Yes, I'm excited to have here with me in MBRF podcast Professor Dادلي Reynoldز in Carnegie Mellon University in Qatar, talking more about the academy, AR, and maybe understanding it more in the education part.
Yes.
We've had a lot of interviews through the day talking mostly about AI, cybersecurity, knowledge, human knowledge. So it's good to hear it from a university perspective.
Yes.
Okay, so the role that university play in enhancing research and collaboration between different major in the knowledge city.
Yes. So, first of all, just Carnegie Mellon University is here in the Middle East because we were invited by Qatar Foundation to be one of 6 U.S. universities in Education City in Doha. And we were invited in because we have expertise and strength in computer science, business administration, biological science, information systems. But what our strength is that we take a quantitative analytic approach to all of these disciplines. With respect to computer science and AI in particular, Carnegie Mellon has one of the leading computer science programs in the world. In fact, we're right now in talks with Qatar Foundation about bringing in a major in AI because we have one of the leading majors in the world already. And so one of the ways in which we contribute as part of the Knowledge City is simply bringing in that disciplinary expertise, right? Yeah. We can teach students, and we already are, how to develop AI, how to create language learning, large language models and these kinds of things. But because this is part of who we are as an institution, you also see it across our curriculum, right? As a North American institution, the American system requires students even at an undergraduate level to get both depth and breadth, right? So they're becoming experts on computer science and AI, but they also have to take general education.
Yes.
So in fact, I'm an English professor, right? And I teach first year university students about academic reading and writing, right? And how written communication works as part of the curriculum. I'm bringing AI into my class, right? I'm having students, for example, write something on their own and asking ChatGPT to write the same thing and then compare the results. Because what I believe is really important with these technological solutions to things like communication is that students still have to know how to use them, they have to know how to critique them, right? And so I'm trying to develop students' ability to critique, to use. But I've got other colleagues that are using ChatGPT to, for example, help them author pedagogical materials, right? They're writing case studies, right? The professor feeds the information in, the technology formats it as a case study for students then to study. That allows you to have a much more individualized, right? You can take information about a company in Qatar, feed it into ChatGPT, and you've got a case study, right? But then finally, the university is also looking at technology from a systemic perspective. How do we incorporate AI in ways that we can quickly analyze metrics about student performance in individual classes, student progress towards degree in real time, right? We're not simply waiting till the end of a course and saying, okay, who passed, who failed, kind of thing, but rather we're trying to identify needs earlier. We're constructing things like data dashboards that give us that real feedback. And so, I think this is, these are strengths that my institution brings to this particular knowledge city in Doha, Qatar, right?
Yeah.
there.
And that's amazing, Professor, because normally when it comes to, not everyone, but when it comes to the academic or university, you feel like for them to do any change and keep up with whatever is happening in terms of AI or new tools or something to develop the future, they're very slow on that.
Yes.
And the fact that I hear that no university wants to adapt, want to add, that's something really good for students.
Yes, I think it is. And, you know, Carnegie Mellon University is actually a fairly young university. It was one that was founded in the early part of the 20th century in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It was founded kind of as a combination of what we might call vocational schools. And in less than 100 years, it's become one of the elite universities in the world. And the reason that it's been able to make that kind of change is that it puts innovation at the center of the curriculum, right? Curricular innovation, change. Do we need a new degree? Do we need to, you know, how can we adapt and change? And it has processes in place that allow good ideas to surface and be recognized as, yeah, let's do that. Let's change the curriculum. And that's absolutely essential when we're talking about how a university remains responsive in today's world.
Professor Dudley, I had more questions, to be very honest, to go into, especially it's a very interesting topic, but it makes me so happy as a student, ex-student myself before, to see that the university is starting adapting to this. And it's very important for students because they have fear of, what should I take? What should I do? So adding that into them in an earlier stage is something very beautiful and good to hear. And thank you so much for being here with us at MBRF podcast. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
Thank you so much.